The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
All right, guys, welcome back to the GamerConnect Community Cup. This time we are going to be watching some Counter-Strike Global Offensive action. A big shout out to all our partners for making this happen. Display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. And a big shout out to the NVIDIA GeForce India and GamerConnect teams as well. With me today, is OG, and we are going to be casting two of the quarterfinal games. Two of them already took place, 1 and 2. So this is quarterfinal number 3, Attitude Gaming versus Lethal. OG, what do you think about this matchup? What do you think is going to be the outcome of this? Take it away.
Well, I feel like it's overpass, right? With Attitude Gaming starting off on the CT side, we should expect some kind of aggressive start. But Lethal, they do have a couple of reputed names on their end. They have Infamous, who's a pretty decent player. So I'm hoping to see something of him. We've seen Jarvis as well from the previous few tournaments that I had casted. So I'd say there are more experienced players lined up on Lethal. But hey, there's no reason why Attitude Gaming can't take this one away from them. A quick mission towards mid. Lethal have no coverage towards B shot whatsoever, and they might want to make quick work toward the A side, but that's exactly what Attitude Gaming have lined up for. They know that this is going to be the most likely strat, and now they have set up towards toilets. They could completely relinquish control and play this off toilet's presence, but it doesn't matter. The crossfire through back is set, and it is done and dusted. Everybody from Lethal wipes this up. It's only going to be on an Infamous to find one kill, nothing more thereafter. Attitude Gaming, a beautiful outread and stack towards A yields them the pistol round.
Explosive start coming in from Attitude Gaming. They read that like a book. Setup was perfect. Crossfire was perfect. Flash as well towards toilet. Made sure there's no pushes coming in from that side, and Shatter. Just on point. There's nothing really you can do against a man that's got that much accuracy.
And many people question how that utility could have been used, and that is used in the most perfect manner. When they cleared toilets, they had to just completely focus in towards long, and that's exactly where Lethal were coming in from. And Friday, oh, it's Mayday for Lethal as they just run into the grinder. Everybody with the MP9 just chips away at Lethal, but they do find a response back down to a 2 versus 3, a decent bit of damage done. Considering that both the teams have completely forced in, Lethal, their objective here was to do as much damage as humanly possible, and they might even win the round. Oh, Velociraptor, he actually finds that kill, but Zex to clean up the remaining 2, and that should be Attitude winning that second round on the board. But mind you, Lethal did a significant amount of damage, and they did yield most of the kills with the SMGs, so they did farm up a significant amount of money as well.
Look at the op coming in already in the hands of Grace. Third round op. What do you think about that?
Not something that you see usually, considering that Lethal did go for SMGs. You might just want to stick to an SMG yourself, farm up that money, and get the op out in the buy round. Because now if he loses it by any risk, it's going to cost him a lot. And if Lethal are smart enough, they throw that right at the map as soon as possible.
I think they've heard the op already, and he's a glass cannon at the moment, right? Because one little headshot and he is out.
He is done for.
And they'll just be Attitude Gaming trying to save the op, and there'll be a lot of panic. But again, it is an op, can hold the push. But however, Lethal's playing rather defensive this time around. But just as we said, the Penguin's going to get taken down by Infamous.
Well, I'm not really sure how that managed to go through, considering there was an op watching and trying to cover, as Penguin was playing anti-flash. But they do find the initial frag, and they have only an MP9 to win it away with. So not much gain from Lethal, but the more damage they do, the more they chip away at Attitude Gaming, is the more reliable that T-side can be, because you never really want the CD side economy to grow out of bounds. Beautiful flash, but Grace simply needs to land these shots. Come on, my man, one, there we go. Finally, Velociraptor bites the dust, and now it should be the big guns trying to pose up a defense. Again, no armor on Lethal, so you really can't expect them to put up much of a fight. They did get Penguin though, so something going their way, but not much.
I did expect Grace to take, make the most of that op, but unfortunately just getting the single kill. But talking about making the most of it, make sure you guys check out the Samsung C24 FG73 gaming monitor with 144 refresh rate, which you can make the most of, and it's a very primary weapon, I think, when you someone that plays competitive CSGO. What do you think about that?
Especially FPS games in general, many of these require you to have a higher refresh rate. You never really know when you're playing it at a 60 hertz monitor unless you make that jump. Then it becomes far more evident because you can just feel that smoothness, right? You can just feel how rich the display could be at your place as well.
All right, I think there is a match pause coming in. It's 3 rounds on the side of Attitude Gaming already. Lethal, not not even a single round, and the pushes have been significantly slowed down by the side of Attitude, and they've only attacked. I think it was bomb side A, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the only side they've attacked. They've not really split or even looked at B for that matter. Do you think B is sort of a weaker point compared to A, or should they like continue hitting A until they get an opening?
Considering that Attitude Gaming do have an op, Lethal, the best thing they can do right now is just run at them. Get the op out, because what's most probably going to be the scenario is now Grace would probably go aggressive towards mid to try getting an opening kill. Now, how you counter that is you usually throw in a flashbang alongside a nade to get the slow in, and a secondary flash to aid on the entry and try to disable the support that put for the op. Hence, you'll be able to open up towards mid and potentially get that early frag. Getting that op out is a really crucial aspect of overpass in general, because once the CD side do have the op, it's easier for them to get aggressive, get a pick, and disengage. It's more comfortable on an op as well, because you can take these engagements at range and hell, that's a one shot, one kill, right? That's exactly what you're looking for when you want to get the timing down in the nail. And I guess the pause is going to go in for a little longer, but this does buy us a little bit of time to discuss on how we've all been trying to progress through this quarantine. Obviously, it's hard times for many folks, but I guess for you and me, I guess for the average gamer out there, it has to be haven, because we can just do whatever the hell we want throughout the entire day, not worry about anything whatsoever. My sleep pattern has been completely messed up, but I've been having the most fun I've had throughout my gaming career. What do you think? How do you think you're spending your time, SK? How's an average day of a Twitch streamer like you here in India?
I don't stream on Twitch, but
Oh, my bad.
I do stream on YouTube. But yeah, the only thing I really have to worry about is obviously the internet, right? Because like you said, it is heaven. It is a long vacation. Everyone's staying at home. Perfect time for all of us to enjoy the games that we wanted to. But again, it's a different different way of life. It has been little difficult to adapt to, but I guess now I'm in a smooth flow. But yeah, talking about sleep schedules, talking about stuff that you don't have to worry about, I completely agree with that. I've been playing a lot of games, playing a lot of titles that I don't usually try. So Valorant was one of those games. It's keeping me up at night. It is definitely piqued my interest. So it is nice to try out new games, but yeah, it's just the internet, I feel, because there's so many people playing at the moment. So you need to have a good internet connection for you to enjoy if you are playing multiplayers online.
I mean,
And just yeah, one more quick shout out there. If you guys look at the bottom left of the screen, that is an iGame GeForce GTX 1660 Ti. And if you are part of the GamerConnect community, this card is 23% off on the MRP limit. It's a limited time offer. It's just going to run throughout this tournament. So if you are someone looking to upgrade, if you are someone looking to buy a colorful GPU, make sure you look up RP Tech India. They are the official distributors of the colorful GPUs all across India. And I think currently they are serving the green and orange zones, which have opened up. And a big shout out again to WD Black. You will get blazing fast loading speeds and boot up times with their NVMe SSDs. To check them out as well. And of course, Samsung are display partners. They've just brought together this whole community tournament. 8 teams took part. This is the quarterfinal number 3. 2 of them already took place off the stream, and then we are going to bring you quarterfinal 3 and 4. OG, take it away.
And you talked about the GamerConnect community as well, right? Huge kudos to them as well, because not only in CS, but we did have the Siege tournament happen about 2 weeks ago, and it's really important, especially at these times, to keep yourself entertained, to keep yourself sane, just not driven to insanity by all the free time you have. So, a lot of tournaments like these really do help, and in the longer term, it's about building that community, right? Through difficult times like these, it's us as a unit together we move forward as just a B flash coming in from Lethal? I'm not really sure if this is the best move. Shattered, he's gonna be spraying through that smoke, potentially could find a multiple spray down, and the Molotov just aids him in his conquest for frags. Down to a 1 versus 5, I think it's all left on the Velociraptor, pushing his way through the smoke and into his tomb. I'm not really sure what Lethal were trying to do there.
I don't think they heard or spotted the molly. They just walked through the smoke straight into it, confused and dazed from all the flashbangs that hit them. And that is going to be the 4th round for Attitude Gaming. They're just making this look kind of easy. And look at the buy coming in from Lethal. This is a bit of a desperate plea. Let's see if they can work with this and make the push come in. Like you said, I think the only strat right now is just push in and hopefully get a pick or two.
They are grouped up towards B, and yeah, pushing in and getting kills is good and all, but you do need map control and you do need a significant amount of real estate if you want to pressure the CT defense, which right now is simply non-existent for Lethal. I love this push coming in from Zex. Really dicey stuff, but if aided in terms of a flashbang as well, he could get an aggressive pick, or even 2, mind you, because Infamous will be blind, Velociraptor completely blind to this angle, and he gets the first kill. Mind you, Jarvis has entered through long, and Lethal are trying to perform a pincer, but they're getting pincered in return. The op shot, oh no! Grace, he had a second chance at it, but he missed. And now, that's going to cost his team down to a 2 versus 2, but mind you, Friday is in with a very quick backstab, so it's not going to be very easy for Lethal to read into this. They have really good positioning, though. With a man pushed in through graffiti, that's a lot of stress taken out. But they need to be wary of this. Ooh, beautiful nade. You talk about a Kobe tribute. This is how you do it. And I think Friday's already bitten off more than he can chew. They know exactly where he's going to be coming from. And the time taken down dangerously low. Blind as a bat on top of the flame. He deserves a Viking funeral for his efforts. 4-1 Lethal. They get that first round on the board. But that was on the edge of a sword. It could have gone the other way pretty easily.
And also Nemesis not able to find Grace's op. So he just manages to pick or save an AK for himself. And yeah, that was a good round. I mean, they finally broke through the defense, like you said, set it up. It was messy, but it does secure them. The first round, they opened the bank. 4-1 Attitude Gaming.
Aggressive control through mid, though. This is something that we didn't see Attitude Gaming do, and how are Lethal going to respond to this? That smoke is a dead giveaway that Attitude want to fight him towards mid. Friday tries to go for the engagement, goes down, but mind you, they have spotted the ball. And Penguin is all too lonesome, can't do much though, as the double peak does come in the nick of time. Down to a 2 versus 4, as Attitude Gaming are trying to scramble and rotate to perhaps salvage this round, but it seems undoable as every second passes. Utility comes raining in. Zex, he pushes aggressively through the smoke and he's just biding his time, holding the angle to perfection. Down to 12 HP though, and he needs to step up massively. Another headshot goes his way, and he's making this doable, a triple kill as he holds the A side all to his lonesome. It's all left onto the Hermit, and mind you, Shatter, he's coming in from the back lines. Beautiful job coming in from Zex. A massive spray down from Truck.
That was huge. Cool, calm, collected. Pushes through the smoke and manages to pick up 3 quick frags there with just the 12 HP onto him. That is just brilliant play. And then Shatter, I mean, closing it off. Good backstab. What looked like a really good round for Lethal. I mean, it was a 1-for-2 trade early on, and unfortunately, they are not able to close this round. Now the aggressive B push comes in, flash smokes.
I'm not really sure why they're expending so much utility from the get-go. There's no use of it per se right now. This is the moment where the utility needs to be flooding in. When you're pressuring the defense, that's only a single flashbang, which ain't gonna do much, but it does just about enough to get the first man. Luckily, Shatter is still holding on with his position, and everybody from Lethal starts to buy the dust. It's all left on a Hermit. Shatter has only 3 bullets. Is he really going for this? Never mind. He picks up the AK, and yeah, Hermit's position's already been discovered. It should be an easy frag. Well, they do trade it out. Not much gain in way of economy for Attitude Gaming, but they're certainly shutting down Lethal in their first half. Look at their money. They're going to be dumpstered pretty soon, considering that... Oh, wow. Wait, what? Is he purchasing a Krieg?
He did go for the Krieg. That is infamous there. He is gonna... This is the second time he is buying the Krieg now. Almost messy full buy coming in from Lethal. They just want to go all out. Let's see if they can net this round. This is the same setup they had with the first round they picked up. Aggressive push coming in.
And Penguin's going to take the engagement completely raw with only a flash to support him, but again, Attitude Gaming giving away these early picks. Grace, he set up beautifully towards Rock, could potentially land himself up with double spray, but all he could do was a secondary dink on the Infamous. I'm not really sure why people still use the Krieg. Again, ever since the nerf, it's been kind of a dumpster of a gun where nobody really could make good use of it. Even at range, it has a worse accuracy than the AK. The only thing that is added to it is the scope, but it ain't gonna be of much use when you don't have the accuracy on your side. Again, C4 dropped, so everybody from Lethal going to be on a leash as they try to retrieve it. Shatter, he has a good off angle, but it's again an expected one. Wait, what? Nemesis, this is something that you have to check, my friend. Down at 12 HP and Infamous. He needs to live up to his name and potentially win his team this round and give some hope in the game, which ain't going to happen anytime soon. 7-1, Attitude Gaming. Their aggression is a little messy, but they're trying to make as much work in the chaos as possible and using the distraction to perfection.
Imagine Infamous making his way to the site without a C4 in hand. That must have been disheartening because now he had to move all the way back and then he got caught by Shatter. So it's going to be a little, communication gap because they did split up and they lost the C4 or they dropped the C4 at long and they really couldn't get the plant. I think that was an easy plant for Infamous. He was in the site for almost 15 seconds.
Not again. I feel like he's gonna just break them down mercilessly, but everybody from Lethal just hit the brakes. And are they gonna re-engage? This is not the best. Why do you push your smoke, my friend? You're gonna be visible first, not the enemy. Shatter, he's just having a field day. Tries to get himself yet another kill, but he's gonna be denied. Hermit, he has his hand set with an M4, but I doubt that's gonna be doing much. A minute 18 left on the clock, and right now his best bet is to do damage, which doesn't seem like he's gonna succeed. Attitude Gaming.
Yes, absolute slaughter coming in from Attitude Gaming. 8 rounds to 1. The only single round Lethal was able to get is the round that they did push into bomb site A. Can they make something happen? Because again, it's going to be a full buy, but Infamous finally has an op this time around to return. But Grace, however, is still on the M4 setup.
At this point, I'd say stick to the M4. If they're going aggressive in this manner where people from Lethal are going to be up close and personal, I'd say the M4 does more than a formidable job, because if you have the op, it's really hard to get a second frag. And Lethal really won't give you that much air to breathe when it comes to recocking the op. Grace trying to get the double in, and it's just no resistance offered from Lethal whatsoever. They're just walking in his crosshair, offering themselves up for the slaughter.
Yep, not much they can do there. Grace just completely taking them down. One clip, 3 kills, accuracy on point. 9 rounds to Attitude Gaming. Is there any sort of comeback that you think Lethal can do? Is there something that you notice that they are doing completely wrong, or it's just Attitude having a much better day?
I'd say the spacing from Lethal really needs to be looked into, because after the first man goes down, right, there's nobody there for the refrag. There's simply no support structure put in for the entry, which puts a lot of stress on every player included, because if you don't have any kind of support structure, it's next to impossible to get these frags on the side. But Friday might... Oh, what? All right, cool. Friday, a little slow in his game today. Maybe just a slow start. Zex, he's being toyed around with, but you really want to toy around with this monster? Okay. Somehow Nemesis gets that frag. Considering he was low HP, I assume he'd go down to 1 bullet. And, well, Nemesis gets popped like a weasel thereafter. Shatter, he's going to be holding a passive angle after that initial frag. And mind you, rotation's not in just yet. Grace, he's going to be coming in a little late in through heaven, but Shatter is good for the second frag as well. No sweat whatsoever, as he's just... Yeah, it's just like Dance Revolution here. Happy Feet, wombo combo every single time. The flash comes in and they know exactly where the remaining 2 players are. But the op crate, oh wait, what? That should have shaved his hair, but it did save him his life. Penguin sprayed with the AK is a little wild, but does the job. Hermit left alone in the 1 versus 2. He has only 19 HP. The flash, oh no, he looks back at the last second. Oh boy, it's just not looking good for Lethal today. They really need to call the timeout and recompose themselves.
But the spacing this time, I mean, they did get all the trades that you were talking about. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get into the site on time and get that plant as well, because Grace had enough. I think Grace had more than enough time to rotate back into heaven. Him missing the op shot, however, that was a little weird, because it was on point and then almost just the bullet just grazed past him. Again, Infamous got the op. Last time around, he did get a single frag at mid, but This is weird, right? They're gonna continue the aggression. It's just constant push, push, push. They really aren't waiting for Infamous to go for a pick or anything of that sort.
Here's the 101 on each side, but we might need to put that on hold as Lethal just don't give two hoots. Even if there's a smoke put defensively, they want to push that smoke, they want to find that fight, but they're simply not getting it to their advantage. The Shadow spotted the fight taking Penguin wins it out fair and square. An 8 in too long, and yeah, it's just a slaughter. Lethal. They're not being lethal whatsoever on their T side. Zex, he's not going to find that frag, but he does have players up close and personal. Friday finds the final frag, 11-1. And especially on the T side, right? You need to learn how to universally apply pressure on every part of the map. It's not like, okay, guys, we're gonna go to A, let's just rush towards mid and let's hope we get an entry. No, that's not how you do it. You generally throw Molotov towards B short, you flash towards B short to make sure that there's no early rotate. You have two men coming in through connector, perform a pincer towards middle. These are the mind games you need to be getting in when you're on the T side, splitting the defense and then taking it a hold.
I mean, Rare is rightly said, Shatter again. He's gonna get a lot of space. And what the? Jarvis was caught with a bomb in his hand. Meanwhile, Zex is gonna go for the cleanup. 4 for 2. I mean, I guess they'll take it, and it's just gonna be Hermit versus Grace now. Grace doesn't spot out Hermit. Hermit does get the initial frag.
Yeah, but with the backstab, Penguin should be having this one. I mean, Penguins don't fly, but he's soaring sky high. 12-1. At this point, Lethal, they really need to reconsider how they set up towards the T side. Apart from that, I'd say it's just more down to experience. Attitude, it seems like their setup towards the CD side is decent. They have players pushed in up close and personal, and there's always a man backing up the other, right? It's not a man to fend for himself. The one thing that you do need to recognize from Attitude Gaming is one small weakness in their defense where they get overly aggressive, exactly like now. Wherever they've gone aggressive, they've been more than happy to lose, man. And they've been lucky to gain these rounds back in their favor, but this might not be the case. Lethal, they might just have a little bit of life left in them.
We still got Zex and Grace up and Shatter, 3 of probably the most dangerous people that you don't want up there, and Zex misses Nemesis.
Wow, alright. But the smoke is there, and he had used it to his advantage in the past. Can't do it now, Shatter. He need to pull off the ace play if he needs to grab this one and keep Lethal at 1 round, which, considering the nade that just dropped in, I'd say it's next to impossible, but hey, I'm a believer, and I guess so Shattered as he's attempting this retake. Mind you, Attitude Gaming have more than ample money left in the bank, so they won't have any problem trying to attempt this. I'm surprised. Lethal, they've won a round in clinical fashion, and more than Lethal showing excellence here, it's just Attitude Gaming giving no respect whatsoever, pushing in, taking engagements which they really shouldn't, and I guess considering the score, they have a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, now there's a double op setup coming in from Lethal. I think they want to punish like this aggression coming in from Attitude Gaming. Let's see if they can pull this. Look, Grace is already pushed up completely, but misses the first shot.
No,
and
the repeat.
Jarvis, okay, there we go. Jarvis is going to punish Grace.
Yeah, I guess the first eye-to-eye we've had with the op, and Lethal luckily come up on top of it. Mind you, this is the last round of the first half, so even if Lethal do win this, it's going to be a pretty hard second half for them. Friday, that's a good off angle. Oh no, but he whiffs his chance and his timing. He might just reconsider a fallback here and potentially a long rotate towards A, but amidst all this chaos, Nemesis with the bomb has creeped his way towards B long, and this might be a real dicey maneuver. Nemesis, he gets Shatter to try to get a little too aggressive, but mind you, Shatter didn't spot the bomb on his back. Beautiful defense on the A side as they just work as a 1-2 duo with them being split apart 1-2 as well. The bomb gets planted and Friday, he has the right idea here. Mind you, he does have the defuse kit, but I feel like Lethal should be on rotation anytime now. I'm not really sure why they're taking so long. Considering it's a safe plant, you really can't defend it from heaven. Oh boy, are we gonna witness our first ninja? Righty, let's get the initial kill. I think we should have spotted the secondary man towards heaven as well. Nah, not much success in that. 12-3. I guess a little bit of redemption coming in from Lethal, right? They at least find 3 runs in the half.
Yep, and again, guys, if you are tuning in, this is the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by our display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and gaming retail partner Games The Shop. This is quarterfinal number 3. 2 quarterfinals already down, and there is another quarterfinal that we are going to be streaming after this. But this one looking pretty promising for Attitude Gaming, because it's 12-3. Can Lethal Gaming bounce back? Maybe their defense is on point, but see if they can do something or make something out of these last few rounds.
And they have to do it on the back of pistols, which is one of the most unreliable mechanics in CSGO. Because even if you do look at the top tier of Counter-Strike, right, with the top 20 teams, I think the best win ratio for a team on the pistols is, I think, 55%, which, considering how stable a roster needs to be, it ain't really that good of an indication. First frag does come in for Attitude Gaming though, and Nemesis is just trying to be as sneaky beaky as humanly possible. Now coming in from the back line, but he finds no success. Down to a 2 versus 2, and the numbers do trade evenly, and a quick drive-by from Zek, as he's been doing that the entirety of the game, leaving Jarvis and all to do 1 versus 2. I don't think there's a defuse kit on the floor as well, so it's going to be real hard for him to try and find these kills, but he needs to. He has to. He needs to get any glimmer of hope for his team. Taking the fight at range, but USP's either way, with Zex getting the upper end of the engagement. 13-3, Attitude Gaming. It just doesn't seem like they're going to stop with this one. It's going to be a quick game, and what a way to start off their appearance in this tournament as well, right?
Yep, big explosive start. This is gonna, kind of put the other teams on guard as well, because everyone else is watching the game. It is 13 rounds. Attitude Gaming, just explosive gameplay, and they have very accurate, people, because Sex is just popping off. Grace is doing really well with defense, and just as we say that, look at this.
Swag 7 to the face, and they might just be able to return fire, but not until Friday and Penguin come raining in with their 9 on their side. Beautiful job on the offense. They just basically did what Lethal did on their key side, but they just did it better, with the rush being timed to perfection alongside the flashes. Mind you, everybody from Lethal was blind towards the side. That's exactly how they got the entry, which wasn't the case when Lethal tried to rush towards B-Long. Attitude Gaming had full vision, and yeah, it is just one sorrow end for Lethal. 14-3, Attitude Gaming. Doing real good so far, and at this point, Lethal should just try and force in, try to squeeze as many rounds and kills as he can, just to salvage whatever is left.
Yeah, because it's single element, is do or die, so the team that loses is going to be out. At this point in time, it does look like Lethal, I mean, unless they have like a magic run. We've seen this, right, in the past. We've casted some games where we've seen some crazy comebacks, but can Lethal make this happen is the real question. With that being said, another B push coming in from the side of Attitude Gaming.
Oh, it's off a shot, but quick headshot once in return. Beautiful job with the MP9 though, but the range only favors him for a little time. The man advantage now for Attitude Gaming, as they have the A side, B side under siege, and the push in through long. Nemesis hasn't been discovered, and now they have the man advantage. Wait, what? Why did both of them swap over to the MAC-10? And oh no! It's all gone down in ruin, as it's all left on a Penguin in a 1 versus 3 with the MAC-10 at range, tapping away. Double think he might just do this. A 1 versus 1, just 360 on the bomb. This is unreal, but he finds the kill. 15-3, boy oh boy. That got a little spicy, because at the end we just saw Swirly Machine sitting on top of the bomb.
Yeah, that was I think the first time I've seen something like that happen. But Jarvis almost able to defuse that bomb. Unfortunately, though, it does go down. The Mac-10, the hero of that round, puts Attitude Gaming at match point of quarterfinal number 3.
I still don't understand. They had AKs up on the board. Why did they swap to the MAC-10? That just makes no sense. But hey, it looks like they're gonna roll with it. So should we. First frag from Herbert, completely blind finds that kill, but Penguin on the push towards John completely decimates the defense alongside Shatter. It should be shattered dreams for Lethal at this point, as it's all left on a Velociraptor and Jarvis in a 2 versus 4. Yeah, almost undoable. Velociraptor, no, Penguin was down to 19 HP, but he couldn't find that frag regardless. 16-3, and what a dominant start for Attitude Gaming in the GamersConnect Community Cup.
Yep, Attitude Gaming just showing no remorse there. They are going to take quarterfinal number 3. Again, guys, this is the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO. We're going to have a lot of tournaments, so, make sure you like, make sure you follow GamerConnect. Facebook page, and do tune in. And a big shout out again to all our sponsors, display partners Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and gaming retail partner Games to Shop. And a big shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect as well. Anyone picking up a GTX 1660 Ti, make sure you look at the bottom left of the screen. That is a colorful iGame GeForce GTX 1660 Ti, and it is at a 23% off on the MRP for all the members of the GamerConnect community. And do check out the blazing fast NVMe SSDs from WD Black, and also Samsung. They've got two monitors that they have in store for all the esports players. The first one, of course, is the C24 FG73 gaming monitor, 144 hertz refresh rate and 1 ms response time. And then the Big Daddy CR27RG50, the curved 240 hertz gaming monitor with G-Sync compatibility. This is your quarterfinal number 3. It was OG and me bringing it to you guys, and there's one more quarterfinal that we will be live streaming. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GP partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games to Shop. Also, a huge shout out to NVIDIA GeForce India and GamerConnect to bring this tournament to life. We will have our second quarterfinal streamed, which is the fourth in total, with 2 being played off stream. It's going to be LevelZero Esports, who I consider one of the favorites for the tournament, taking on against Broken 5. If I'm not wrong, Broken 5 are the Hyderabad-based team, so we've not really seen much from them. I think the only person I might know from this lineup might be Rage and Xenos, but again, not as experienced as you would consider LevelZero Esports. It should be one hell of a game. I'm considering the map pick as well. Broken 5 should have an even chance to take this as, hey, at the end of the day, it's Inferno, right? Everybody in India know how to play this map. Let's see how it's going to go down, though. Broken 5, investing in a little bit of utility, a smoke and 2 flashes. To oppose them is 5 sets of armor, so LevelZero have no chill, man. They've considered to go for the fights up close and personal instead of even considering a retake. Macho gonna be on the peak towards mid, but not finding much success, and he is putting a decent bit of pressure, allowing Zero to push in through Banana. Beautiful headshot to open things up, and he might just double up. Beautiful job from Zero. Down at 5 versus 3, and it's already gone very bad for Broken 5 from the get-go. Aggressive control towards Banana, aggressive control towards mid, and Broken 5. Their defense, their offense completely broken as they're trying to find one leeway, which is simply not given away. Xenos gonna be taking the fight through mid, and mind you, LevelZero placed very up close and personal. Proud. He's gonna be real proud of that. Zine with the turnaround. Finally good for the first, but he needs a lot more from where that came from. Backstab discovered. And Rip2K already into its pit. This is very quick movement. I'm not really sure if LevelZero expect this whatsoever. But even Sandwich finally gets taken down. Macho doubling up in return. And LevelZero Esports, they're just shelling out aggression from the get-go. Beautiful start for LevelZero, but Broken, they did take down a significant amount of LevelZero forces, so they could potentially consider a force up, maybe a couple of Tech 9s up here and there. Again, ever since the CZ nerf, the Tech 9 hasn't really been as popular, as more teams do favor the Mac 10 and the Galil buy, and who that name! A lot of damage dished in towards bottom mid, but only used them a single kill, whereas it's the MP9 cleaning things towards second mid. Triple kill for Proud, just completely decimating them, and a jump shot from Macho. Why the hell not? A lot of money farmed up from LevelZero Esports' end, but a lot of money lost as well, as they did lose 3 members on that push, and that's going to cost them a little later on, as we've seen a tendency, especially from Indian teams on the CT side. They don't have a problem losing numbers, but it comes back to haunt you a little later on in the half, where you really need that money to squeeze in all the utility you need and potentially an extra gun. Lost. Well, Tovin, mind you, he doesn't have armor whatsoever, so taking that peek was very ballsy of him. Doesn't get much in return though, but he did set up Zero Cool to take a real good position, and Proud did get taken down towards second mid. They have an inkling as to what's happening here LevelZero, but their positioning is very dicey. Jaguar has rotated the long way around, and mind you, Zine is right close to that smoke. He cannot afford to go down there. Flash is beautiful. Jaguar, wait, what? He didn't take a single point of damage. Zero finally strikes, but he's only good for 1. Rage with the turnaround makes this a 3 versus 4, but they did not expect the AWP of loss to be set up towards Arches. The peak a little too premature, and there should be an anticipation of a 2-man defense towards the A side. There should be that cue to hit towards B, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Smoking above card, and there should be a flash above chimney to aid on the entry. Not really sure why they're taking so long. Again, the setup is telegraphed at this point, at everybody from LevelZero knowing what exactly is going to happen. The flash to chimney chimes in, and Macho is going to be playing in through pit. Beautiful fade from the op, but Frar still managed to get that kill. It's all left on Azine to find the skill on a Macho and then get the bomb down the rafter. The shoulder bait. He knows exactly where he set it. And Jaguar's on the rotation through Speedway. He takes the fight nonetheless. Down in 24 seconds. And Jaguar, he cannot afford to give this one up. The bomb drops to his pit. And ooh, the tag. And potentially now the bag. As Xenos needs to land a beautiful headshot to get this one back home. But Jaguar, he's not going to budge. Zine, given safe passageway through the site. 7 seconds left as he forces out the fake. Oh no, he might just run out of time. Jaguar, he just won this beautiful mind game. And Zine, oh boy, talk about adding insult to injury. Jaguar just picks up the op right behind his back. Ooh. Broken 5. That has to break the morale at least a little. And oh, proud. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of salt on the wounds. A lot. I say a lot. Yeah, once that first skill comes in, they're just gonna be baited into the auto sniper. Proud. So far, didn't whiz off a single shot, so they have no idea what's up against them. The nade is beautiful though. Does a chunk of damage with Falcon being up with the M4. And the surprise is still yet to be witnessed, as Proud didn't fire off a single bullet. 4-0, LevelZero Esports, a real good start on Inferno. And mind you, it's very, very important for the series side on Inferno to keep as many members alive as humanly possible. Because, especially towards Banana, this is a very brawly map when it comes to utility, and you need a very good economy to make sure you have consistent utility under your belt, which is something that many teams do overlook. And oh, talking about utility, that Molotov. Lead on utter failure will allow Proud to get a little aggressive, but he also gets taken down at 3 HP. And how is nobody looking towards this push? Finally, Zine gets that sprint, but that was very close to comfort. Jaguar getting tagged down as well, and through the smoke, Xenos doubling up. Beautiful job done here as he needs this result for his team. Lost position with the AWP, good for the first quick flick around. No, how? Falcon misses that shot, and now Lost gets a chance to disengage. But this is exactly the timing that Macho has been waiting for. Flash, it deters him from the peak for now, but they know exactly where he is. The second flash completely wrecks them, and the spray down could be a reality, but Rage gets the refrag and rip, jumping out of the apartments like a madman down. Proud was already down 2 HP from the get-go. It's all left on Lost, and I feel like that's exactly where this round's headed for LevelZero. Completely lost, but they should be able to salvage this op. We did talk about the economy just a little while ago, and now it's going to come to show, because LevelZero Esports, they have one chance to get those back under their belt before they do deplete their economy completely. Wait, what? Is he going for the Dosia play? Oh boy. This might just be the juiciest clip of the tournament thus far. Lost, I like where this is going. It's looking spicy. Oh boy, he has a nade. He has a Molotov. This might be it, boys. The Dosia nade is in. Boom! Boom goes the whistle! Woohoo! 1 nade, 3 Ts. That's a video that I tune into any time of the day. 4-1, and would you have it any other way? I love this play coming in from Lost. I think this is the first time I'm actually seeing it work to that great of a result. Broken 5. That certainly did break their economy, because now they have very low in way of utility, but beautiful anticipation coming in from Xenos. Foreseeing that push towards mid and completely dismantling it, although Lost. Just with hard that aggression posting towards apartments, and how was Xenos finding these tracks through the smoke? It's inhuman. Pulling off an absolute hero play for when his team needed it the most. Beautiful. What? been a shot that hit, but somehow Rage ends up dropping the ball and the bomb at the same time. Mind you, LevelZero Esports have a little bit of information and lost! Woohoo! Beautiful shot with the Deagle. Again, Broken 5, I'm not really sure what they're trying to do here. They're going alone with the bomb, offering themselves an individual succession to Lost, who's more than happy to take these frags. Again, whips out the Deagle and tries to get this frag. A smoke, but densely trying to throw off the enemy as if he were trying to disengage, but he's still holding his ground here. Xenos, he's playing this one real smart thus far, but he just lets go of the angle in the worst possible moment. Jaguar, the timing does favor him. The nade does a little bit of damage, but Lost still has the advantage playing on the back of that defensive smoke. Falcon needs to find a miraculous wall bang if he needs to make his way through here, because there's simply no other way. Wait, he gets the bomb? 20 seconds left, but there's still very less hope left as Macho was... I think he's been a consistent performer towards Spit, and you really can't get past him without much utility disposed of. 5-1 so far, and so far, LevelZero Esports, they've been asserting quite a dominant defense. But now, Broken 5, they need to just relax, just tab out, have a casual pistol round. If you guys are noticing towards the bottom left, that amazing GPU there, it is the GTX 1660 Ti 6G, which you could grab yourself if you are viewing the stream, that is, for 23% off through RPTech India, which is the official distributor for Colorful in India. Again, that's only a limited time offer, so just as limited as his Deagle, but he still makes this one work. Falcon does a significant amount of damage to the economy as Jaguar finally comes in the cleanup, but my oh my. LevelZero Esports simply don't give two hoots. Broken 5. Their economy finally shaping up to be something decent, but Rage still does lack head armor, but it's simply not been a case where Broken 5 are getting clean kills. Most of this have been more miraculous kills coming in from Zine on the back of smoke blazing. Zero! Beautiful shot, wins out the eye to eye. And Proud just completely... I don't really understand what Proud's doing here. He just does not give any care to any aggression posted up by Broken 5. Goes completely aggressive, and it's not been panning out for him as much as you'd expect. Broken 5 have been reading into Proud's tendencies, but it's not helped them win rounds. That's the only difference. Again, you do like to see aggression, but you like to see it when it works. Proud simply is being far too telegraphed at this point. 2 versus 3 nonetheless. Broken 5. The man disadvantage, having a little bit of utility to work with, but not much of HP left on his Xenos. 50 seconds left on the clock, and they might just be able to get the B-side under their belt, but Jaguar is just... Sorry, Macho is just lying in wait. I think this is the first time I've seen him swap over to the B-side. He's hiding towards Dark, an angle that not often is performed. A heavy clear on, but Jaguar just works the backlines to perfection. 7-1. Such a dominant start on the CD side. Broken 5. Their economy down the drains, and wait, what? Alright then. I'm gonna go on the investment, which is surprising to say the least, because they have... Am I seeing this right? They have no flashbangs. Oh boy. This is gonna be one hard round for them. Aggression taken through mid yet again. Oop, Zero King. It felt like he's gonna be itchy on the trigger finger, but Proud. Again, relentless in his pursuit for these kills. Jumps down to the gutters and takes rip 2k. Exactly, rip, but not 2k, 0k. As 0k NG chimes in with the AWP, but he's only good for the first. Misses the follow-up, and they're just playing so intuitive here, LevelZero. They're just trying to take as many fights as they can. Zero actually finds one through the drains. And boy, Broken 5 still not able to emerge from T-spawn. Falcon land the shot, my man. Gets the flick, but not until Zero King does down Phrase. Oh boy, this is just turning out to be one hell of a slaughter. Lost. Does recover the final kill and the AWP. LevelZero. 8-1. to 1. Broken 5 just simply not having a good day. They have sort of a half-buy investment. Not really sure why Zine didn't completely invest into this round, considering the rest of his team have gone down at the final penny. But so far, Broken 5 have... I'd say a buy that could work. Again, they have the Mac 10. They could go for these one-off aggressive plays and try to gamble their luck, but how much would it succeed is the question. So far, I've got only one round under their belt, which at least I'd say is on the back of a miraculous play that each and every one of them won out their engagements fair and square, which at least for now hasn't been the case. Gonna push the smoke here. Jaguar lines up the flash, and how is nobody expecting this? Finally, somebody answers to the aggression, rage. They sound proud after taking a significant amount of damage. Zero King, he's finally nullified with that flash, but he is getting pushed back, and he still might be able to find the kill. Oh, what? Zine! No! I mean, he was at 5 HP, but you could have still put him to good use. Why take your teammate down like that? Oh boy, Broken 5. This is simply not the start they were expecting. Zero King, again, aggressing with AWP. Beautiful flick as the off chimes in return as well. Tries to go for an overly ambitious flick, which does fail him. Rip2K on the other end did find lost, but a quick retaliation from Macho, leaving Xenos with a 1 versus 2. Gonna be a real hard ask. Jaguar, he's just biding his time, working on the sound cues, and he knows the team's out of time. We take the fight. I'm not really sure why he needed to kill him there. He could have waited for a good 2 seconds, killed him after the time to not let the money reset. But that's gonna be the case nonetheless. 9-1 as LevelZero Esports, 1 round away from hitting double digits, where it seemed like the game barely came to a start. Again, a huge shout out to our sponsors to make this tournament possible. This is, of course, the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and gaming retail partner Games The Shop. A huge shout out to NVIDIA GeForce India as well, alongside GamerConnect, who have tried to make this quarantine as entertaining as humanly possible, not only through CSGO, but a plethora of games lost, holding a very close angle with the AWP, and that will yield to his demise. Zero King, he's pushed in dangerously close, mind you. Broken 5, they have to expect aggression, but I doubt they'd have to expect this mad levels of aggression where you simply don't have much space to breathe. LevelZero have taken a gamble though, stacking 2 players towards the A side. Will Broken 5 read into this is the question. Because for most teams, it's a default that you do stack as many players towards A as there are too many avenues to guard. And considering the B bomb site is harder to retake, you might think that stacking players towards B is the easier call to make, but it's much more easier to hold B solo than it is to hold A. So you'd rather gamble your chances on an easier hold than an easier retake, because at that point you'd be more comfortable saving and preserving the guns for the next round. And talking about preserving, Broken 5 not able to preserve the man advantage. Goes down in 3 versus 3, and they might just end up walking into the stack. The flash is in, and they know exactly what's up here. LevelZero jump bird, and Macho doesn't buy into it. Beautiful double spray down. Should be taking things home here as Rip2K swings wide with the AK, and he might just make this one a doable clutch. Oh, I didn't see that coming from a mile away, and neither did LevelZero Esports, finally losing a round. And mind you, Broken 5 have been doing a decent job, at least in one department, where they've been maintaining the numbers when it comes to LevelZero Esports at the end, where they've only come in with, I think, 2 or 3 rounds where they managed to keep more than 3 players alive. So you can see the significant damage it's done to their economy, where they're having a little trouble reinvesting. Proud's going to be on nothing but a deagle and a complete set of armor, while Zero King should be able to get onto no head armor M4 with a little bit of utility going alongside it. This is the chance. If Broken 5 have to perform a comeback, this is where they need a strike. They need to go for the throat right here, right now, and potentially end the half at a 9-6. Of course, much of the pressure now is going to be on Broken 5. LevelZero Esports, you're more than comfortable. 9 rounds on the CT side, and considering that you do have the buy coming in right now, it shouldn't be much of a sweat broken out from them, but they certainly would like to secure this as clinically as possible. Deep nade. They are looking to go for a contact play here, as there should be a secondary flash aiding Zero King on the peak, but he's going to be playing very, very close to the wall and lost. Seems to be a little lost for his partners, but he's found the right way. Zero King, beautiful job on the aggression, and Proud there to chime in. Rage finally takes him down, but making this to a doable situation, a 1 versus 2, but Jaguar chiming in from the back. Again, Broken 5. It just seems like even though they're posted up and setting themselves up in the right manner, they're simply not winning out the fights. Again, in scenarios like this, hardware also plays a very, very important role, so you might just want to go ahead and pick yourself a 240Hz gaming monitor if you are really into games like CSGO or FPS in general, and hey, why not just go for the best while you're at it, right? Samsung C27RG50 curved gaming monitor from Samsung offers 240Hz, and it might be as smooth as the spray down. They are just lined up. Beautiful job from Jaguar, completely shutting down this push towards speed. A quad kill perhaps? No, Falcon steal off the pleasure as it's down to a 2 versus 2. And they have no utility to cross over. This is a nightmare. Falcon, I guess the only hope for Broken 5 is he gets aggressive here and finds a kill. Zero King, a messy engagement taken, but 1 out, and the backstab with the backstab, the spray down. It is beautiful. 10-3, Broken 5. They might just salvage this half, but they need the remaining 2 rounds. They need some glimmer of hope to carry them forth to the second half, or else it's going to be a real grim day for them. The flash really is not the most effective flash to throw into its mid, but LevelZero Esports, it doesn't seem like there's much opposing them in terms of their aggressive stance. Now, considering they're going to be low on weaponry, they might want to rethink how they are approaching this game. Aggressive stance towards Banana does yield them a kill, but nothing more. Mind you, they have set up Jaguar, so they could potentially decide to stack in towards the A-bomb side. Beautiful shot from Lost. And this is starting to become one tendency that we've seen from Broken 5, where they're going in individually one by one. There's simply no trade setup. There's no pressure put on the defense when they're going aggressive. Whenever, as a CT, you go aggressive, the one thing that will work against you is the amount of pressure that the utility and the aggression posed by the T side does affect your gameplay. And Macho, beautiful job with 5-7, quick drive-by as he gets both their heads and forces them down to their knees, as it's all left on a Falcon. A 1 versus 3 required for the clutch, which seems like undoable from the get-go, but we have seen them pull this off before, and you might just see them pull this off now. He doesn't have any utility whatsoever, and LevelZero Esports have no inkling as to where the bomb is hidden, so he has something working in his advantage, but it's down 24 seconds, so he needs to make the Hail Mary play towards the B side. Gonna be Lost playing for contact while Jaguar comes in through constructions, and mind you, Falcon doesn't have time. So he really can't perform a hard clear. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, the time ticks lower and lower as he gets the first frag, but the time is certainly going to be a defining factor as Jaguar forces the engagement and wins out the round 11-3. We talked about the first game being quite dominant. This seems a little closer because Broken 5 at least are able to contest when it comes to frags. But at the end of the day, CS really doesn't depend on how many frags you have. It matters on how much impact you make. But Broken 5 haven't really been on the top off. At this point, you just consider trying to retake Banana towards the minute mark and try applying pressure towards apartments without giving away a single frag. About giving away a frag, it seems like it's inevitable at this point, as Zero King just pushes down Banana, no questions asked. Finally put to a stop though. Rage shuts him down with the 45 cal, and this could be their chance to come back. But it's still going to be a real hard ask. Proud, through the smoke, Rage finds that kill. That's questionable at the very best. Down on 3 versus 3, and LevelZero back to their usual shenanigans, stacking 2 players towards the A side while having 1 man on an aggressive stance towards Banana. I'm surprised that Broken 5 still haven't gotten a read onto this. This is going to be a real heartbreak to see. Such an intuitive and heads-up play from LevelZero as well, getting aggressive at the perfect time. Lost. He finds that kill and disengages at the perfect moment. Macho is just going to bide his time, holding the off angle and leaving it all on Falcon. Lost with a 1-2 punch, and that's going to be a 12-3 finish. A beautiful first half post by LevelZero as, again, these quarterfinal matchups are turning out to be one dominating show. At least for the teams that win them out, they are making a huge statement in this tournament. Again, a huge shout out to everybody involved in this tournament. This is, of course, the GC Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games the Shop. Also, a huge shout out to NVIDIA, GeForce India, and GamerConnect to bring this show to life. Of course, this is a tough time for most people, but for gamers, it's supposed to be one of the best times you could possibly have. And why not amplify your performance with the iGame GeForce GTX 1660 Ti 6G, and you could get that at a discount as well, down to 23% on the MRP. Again, this is a limited time offer, just like the window that LevelZero have to close this one out as they get the initial kill, and that might just pressure the rest of Broken Fight to fall into an aggressive stance. It all falls on a Rip 2K to hold towards the A side while the fake is being sold perfectly by Jaguar. Falcon, he's left with an all to do 1 versus 4, and yeah, it seems undoable from the get-go. Falcon, at this point, what do you do? You're being surrounded by sharks and no mercy. LevelZero Esports just running for that kill, and the round secured, which is already half the work done, and Broken 5 just given a comfortable pillow to put on their grave before they are sent packing. They might just choose to force into this one, try to gamble their luck and see if they're able to find anything to respond with, but it's not going to be the case. A full eco. Alright, this is unorthodox. Normally when you're down by this much of a deficit, you'd... What the UFC? Talk about adding insult to injury with the PP Bison. He has more than enough PP to make that move. Lost, finds both that kills, and... Again, the PP Bison, not many people talk about this, but it's slowly becoming a more viable gun. With the recent changes it has gotten, I feel like it might be a very good purchase for the second round because it has improved armor penetration as well, which makes it a more viable purchase because even after getting the second round investment, the third round makes it all the more juicier with you being able to both stack up farms of money if you're able to get the kills, but also able to hold your own against potential rushes, which it's designed to work against. Xenos has been consistently failing through this position as Max 10 a quick drive-by to send him home, and okay. I guess sometimes silence is a better way to pass on your message than words, so I guess 10 seconds of silence for Broken 5, especially on this round. F. Anybody on chat? Just drop an F. Maybe a little bit of respect for Broken 5 from the chat's end, because LevelZero ain't giving them any. Just a blatant push through the smoke, and Proud more than happy just to spam his way through. Last stand for Broken 5, at least in this game. 4 MP9s and a FAMAS. This is going to be one hard deal, but Broken 5. It's been the case throughout the entire game. Macho just trying his luck at a miraculous wallbang, and at this point, why the hell not? There should be a flash coming in through CT. Zine holding the angle with the FAMAS, and he manages to line himself up 2 frags. There is a response coming in though, and whatever magic he just did completely got nullified. Braze does have the right idea here, going aggressive, but Proud has been very quiet, sitting on top of the second balcony. Broken 5. They're left confused and dazed as to what to do. They have no inkling as to what LevelZero Esports are trying to pull off here. Should be Macho selling the fate as he's low HP while the rest of LevelZero heading towards A, but this might just be overlooked. Rip2k has a real good position to its speedway. Quick dink! Takes Jaguar down to 20 HP, but he doesn't survive for long. Proud. Quick to rip his head off, and they potentially could wrap around towards the B side, but it seems like A is going to be their intended target. And Zine, he's going to be on a relatively late rotate, so Forrest needs to buy as much time as humanly possible. Oh, wait, another team kill, and Proud now in a 1 versus 2. This is turning out to be one hell of a meme, but Proud potentially could plus this one. Another. I think this is 2 team kills done by Proud throughout the entire game. You mustn't be feeling too proud about that, but hey, they're 15-4 up, so really wouldn't break a sweat. Right now, it's all about the memes, and it seems like they're making a good bit of them. LevelZero, on the back of that bomb plant, will have more than enough money to reinvest, so no sweat broken in their camp just yet. I don't want to see a PP Bison in this Baron. That doesn't seem like we're going to get any. Well, this is their chance to close it out, though, so they really shouldn't miss this window that they are gifted. Rage, working on the back of that flash, and Proud just rushes mid and drops the bomb. Alright then. Overs is fine nonetheless, and this might just be an indication from LevelZero saying, yeah, we won the fight, that's all we're looking for. Jaguar burns Xenos to a crisp, and they know exactly where Falcon is positioned due to the defensive utility. 3 versus 4, but they have an inkling, and they're going to work on the back of that. This is going to be a real funny round, because LevelZero, they have Broken 5 in the position that they want them to be in. The backstab coming in from Lost, all that they need to do is buy a little time, but the aggression posted by Forrest is unexpected to say the very least. I guess this plays telegraphed to some extent as well, with Broken 5 expecting it. Rage, he needs to win out this fight. That outread, Lost, he doesn't see Lost whatsoever! What? Bruh moments all throughout the day, and it seems like LevelZero Esports want to end it at an all-time high. 2 1-taps to take them out of the playing field, as it's going to be Forrest 5k left in a 1 versus 2. Luckily this time Proud is not alive though, so I guess it's going to stay a 1 versus 2 for quite a while. The rotation should be coming in from Forrest, and he should have a diffuse kit towards side if I'm not mistaken. I think there's one dropped in through construction. But it's going to be a pretty hard ask. Should we have the final 1-tap? Nope, it doesn't seem like we're going to have it. Runs through the Molotov and the Scout to finish it off. 16-4, and a very dominant start for LevelZero Esports as well. I think throughout both the quarterfinals that were streamed today, it was a very dominant showing from both the teams, and I'm eager to see what these teams have to display to us tomorrow. Do follow the GamerConnect page on Facebook to be updated on every match that's going to be streamed, so you won't miss any of the action. And a huge shout out to all the sponsors to make this tournament come to life. Again, this is the GamerConnect Community Cup CSGO, brought to you by display partner Samsung, gaming storage partner WD Black, GPU partner Colorful, and game retail partner Games The Shop. A huge shout out to NVIDIA GeForce India and GamerConnect as well. Again, if you are having a real hard time in this quarantine with these games that you do get a chance to play, you can get yourself 1660 Ti 6G GDX, of course, at 23% off in MRP through RP Tech, which is the official distributor for India when it comes to colorful GPUs. We will see you tomorrow. Do tune in as well for the best of 3 grand finals and the semifinals. We'll see you. It's been me, OG, and SK Please Prior. We love you. See you later. Good night.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.